morning, everyone. This is Kathleen, and I'm happy to be here today. I just am going to turn the camera on and show you how I'm going to use this junk mail envelope. I have been cleaning and sorting and kind of destashing in my studio, and I have sorted a bunch of these envelopes that I collect. This is from my friend Isabel, and thanks so much Gavin, because he helps as well. Anyway, I love this beautiful watch image, and I am working in this steampunk journal. I'm going to make a couple of pieces of ephemera to go in this belly band, and then that will finish that page off. So I am working just in several journals. I'll take the camera and show you the journals where I'm working. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to put this aside, and I have found, kind of to match that page, I have found this, and that's going to be my background. It's just a scrap of cardstock. You can see it was a cutoff, and it's shiny, and it has some of this goldish brown background, and I think that's going to be a good background for this card. And then I'm also going to make this little, just take this little paint chip, that's what it's called, and make another little journal card to go with it in that belly band. So let me pause the video, and I'm going to fussy cut this image, and then we'll see how to arrange things. Okay, I'm back, and I have the image cut, and I have distressed the white edges, so it's ready to use. And I also cut a couple of those words, phrases from the envelope in case those might come in handy. And the next thing I want to do is cut a clock. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again and have this pretty die cut, and I'm going to save this one corner from the scraps, and we'll maybe layer that up behind here to kind of balance this dark part. So I think we're about ready to put this together. I'm just kind of wondering if I want to do any other layering behind. And I think that I will use this piece of tissue just to get a little layers going behind, and to make sure that this part of the die cut is emphasized, because I like that that top part there. So yeah, I think I'll put that on the back, and maybe even a little bit of paint smeared on there. Okay, let's use this lighter color. And maybe we'll even just use, you know, my fingers. Let's see how this goes. All right, I think first we need to glue this down. Because there is texture on this cardstock, I want to make sure that I get plenty of glue on this tissue. I especially want to round the corners when I'm doing something for a belly band, and that's because when you round the corners of ephemera, it makes it so that the corner doesn't catch as you're putting it in and out. I've just found that I like that precaution. I want to make sure that this is entirely glued down. And then let's trim it. Okay, now let's see about paint. I think maybe I'll just do smearing with my fingers. Here's a wet wipe, and let's just put a little bit of this paint here on the paper. And just kind of start a smear. And we'll just kind of put a little smear here and there. All right, and then maybe we'll do some splatter at the end, so I won't throw this paint away yet. But let me dry this. Okay, there's that. Now this is pretty subtle, but that's good. All right, then the next thing, I think we're ready to glue the image on. Okay. Okay, now let's put the clock on. Okay, now let's decide if we want to use any of these words. I do want to use lost and found. Or we could use precious. And lost and found. Yeah, I'm thinking there. We'll do that. Let's put precious down first. Make sure it's on straight. Get a little bit of paint smear on there. Okay, this is looking good. I like that. I think we need to distress these edges, and then let's do some splatter as a last detail. Good. All right, now let's get a little bit of splatter. This is my splatter brush, and here's some water. Here we go. All right, let's try this. Okay, I really like that, actually. Yeah, okay, let's see how it looks in the journal. Okay, that just is going to rest right there. Okay, now let's quickly do this other one. That's going to be in there with it. I like the way that looks. I just have this gray paint chip, and I'm going to, I want this to be on this side. The first thing I have to do is emboss this and sand it, and I'm going to use these this Tim Holtz geared 3D embosser. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see how it looks. Looks really good, but it's going to look better when we sand it. So let me do that quickly. But I need to round the corners first. And then I'll distress it and spray it and let it run. And the paint is going to resist it, but the distress will go into the sanded parts. Let's do it again. Sometimes you have to work up several layers. This time we won't put quite so much water on it. Okay, now let me dry this. Okay, that's how it looks. Now we need to we're going to cover the back. I was just going to use just this coffee dyed scrap, but I think what I want to do is I'm going to glue that on, and then I decided to, rather than just put one layer on the back, I would extend it and make a little bit bigger of a journaling space. So we'll just put this on. And then that folds over. And then we're going to just put this little label on here and make a little bit of a closure that can tuck into. So we just want to put just a little bit of glue right here to kind of hold that on this side, and then we'll glue this on the front just as a little decoration. And then here on the back, this will just tuck in and keep closed. Those. Okay, so there's the journaling on the back. Here's the journaling on the front. And let's see how they look together in the journal. So here we have this one. I like how that turned out. And then this little journaling booklet, and they both just slide under there. I think that's great. Thanks so much for being with me today. I hope that was fun to look at least, and maybe there's something there that you can try. Maybe the smearing the paint, the embossing, using an image from a magazine or some other junk mail. I appreciate your time always, and we're making a little progress in this book. One of these days it'll be done. Thanks for being with me. We'll see you again with a new project.